Hi, I'm Steven.
And I'm Steve.
This is Cherry Knoll Whiskey Reviews. We are almost finished with our 12 Days of Christmas, with this being Christmas Eve. So, happy Christmas Eve to everyone.
We made it.
We made it. Another year. If you have been enjoying our 12 Days of Christmas, make sure to follow us and like this video. Go back and watch the other ones if you haven't seen them.
And suggest what we should drink in 2024.
Right. If you know of a bottle coming out that you think would be really good, or one that we just haven't done yet that you'd like to see us review, make sure to let us know.
Yep.
I know last year we had a couple of suggestions, and I did pick them up, and they're just in the lineup for upcoming videos. So if you have suggested something and you've been waiting for us to do it, just hold on a little bit longer. It'll be out soon.
Ooh.
Got a little bit more proof on this?
I was going to say, something tells me this is high proof.
Proof and barrel.
Yeah. Things that I don't normally tend to like too much.
Right. So, day 11, starting off with aroma.
There is a once you kind of get used to the proof, there's a sweet caramel that comes through.
Right, I was thinking like a cough syrup, cherry or grape.
Oh wow, okay. Something a little bit medicinal.
Right.
I could see that.
And then the caramel kind of follows in behind it.
Yeah, I could see some Robitussin or something like that. It almost smells like it smells, what's the word? Like fake flavoring, like artificial. Like it smells artificial to me.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the ethanol proof, like being combined with the notes, gives it like a metallic fake.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, as it's opening up, I'm getting a little bit of vanilla. Like vanilla extract.
Yeah, I could see that. Not so much, for me at least, not so much just straight up vanilla extract, but like it smells like something with vanilla extract in it. Like it's there.
Like a bready, like a pancake with...
Like a pancake, yeah, that's...
A vanilla
right on the nose.
Extract pancake.
Yep.
Which I always add vanilla and almond extract to my pancakes.
You had both?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. And then I deep fry them.
That's ridiculous.
Well, I don't deep fry them, but there's...
You put a lot of butter in
enough
or
oil in the pan that you get this really beautiful, crispy, fried edge on both sides. And once you start eating pancakes like that, you can never go back, because just a fluffy cake
crispy,
isn't as good, because you need that crisp. Yeah, I mean, barrel, caramel, vanilla, cherry, grape, cough syrup.
Yeah,
I think
there's
that's
a lot.
it.
There's a lot there.
There is.
You say that's it, but that's like every flavor that could be there.
Well,
definitely a bourbon.
Oh, 100%.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's definitely a bourbon.
Maybe a little bit like dusty corn. It's not quite a sweet corn, but
yeah, I could see
a
that.
dusty grain.
Yeah, like a dry corn chaff.
Right.
I think I might know what it is. I don't want to jump the gun yet.
Alright, well, considering how many notes I am able to get off of this bourbon, and I kind of like them. I think it's going to score high in aroma for me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, at first, like my initial sniff was not high.
The proof
too
kind of
harsh.
disappeared.
It did, yeah. That's
Like-
exactly where I was going.
Like,
It's like,
at this point, I can have my nose in there without issue,
Yeah.
and the proof isn't bothering me.
I still feel like it might end up being a high proof, but it's just not bothering me.
So, would you score it?
I'm gonna give it an 18,
18? I went 21.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the type of nose that I kind of gravitate towards. And it's almost like all the quintessential bourbon notes
Yeah.
that you think of.
Yeah.
But I like that
But
in a
it's
bourbon.
it's all of
Yes,
the quintessential
it's
notes
not.
that you
It's not
think
like
of.
some of the
Right.
quintessential notes. It is like every single
Like on
one.
the wheel of like nosing and flavor wheel for
Right,
whiskey.
it just
it checks
maxed out
all the
on all of
boxes.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. All right, you ready to go in?
I think the flavor will be a defining factor for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely high proof.
Yeah, I was gonna say, on the tongue, you know it's high proof.
Yeah.
But I'm getting the very similar notes from the nose on the tongue. You know, it's
Yeah.
got that grape cherry cough syrup, and then it leads into vanilla caramel and
Yeah.
ends in barrel.
Yeah. The alcohol burn is definitely there, but it's still sweet. It's
right,
still
the
overall very
sweetness
sweet.
overpowers the alcohol burn.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like 110, 115. It doesn't feel it because of the sweetness kind of negating some of it.
Yeah. I think that's where I'm gonna score it lower because I definitely still feel it. I also just don't drink as much high proof as you do. But it is very sweet. That vanilla is coming through real strong for me. And that's almost all that's like right there. You know? Like as you say different things, I can kind of pick them out. But if you were to just sit me down alone with this, I would say that's vanilla. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, that grapey cherry note, I get it right away. And then that's when it starts to fade into a caramel vanilla.
Mm.
And then
That's so weird.
ends
It's
in
the
barrel.
exact opposite for me. Right away, it's like
Vanilla?
a vanilla punch, and then just as it lightens up, it's just a kind of generic, artificial flavor to me,
Right.
which is really odd, and it's something that I don't know if I like or not.
I do. I like it.
I know you like this one because I think I know what this one is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
I think I do too. But yeah, with that being said, what are you scoring the taste?
I'm still deciding, but I think I'm gonna give it an 11.
An 11. Wow. Below 50%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surprise.
Just below.
Yeah.
Like it's not to
13
the
and a
point
half.
of like, ew, that's gross.
Right.
But
Actually,
it's
it'd be
like
12 and a half.
it's like, you know, it's too high proof for me. I'm just getting that vanilla, and that's really it. So
Yeah, with as many notes as I'm able to pick out of it from drinking a lot of higher proof bourbons.
let me guess your score.
Okay.
23.
No. I went a solid 20.
Okay.
Now, see, I would have scored it like a 23 or a 24 if we were saying, okay, yeah, because it's high proof, I can water it down and get other flavors. But
yeah.
with us just saying, okay, this as it is,
Right.
it's a 20 because I would want to water it down and play with it.
Right. Give me an hour with it and a little pipette with
Right.
water, and my flavor score would absolutely be higher. But
Right.
we are just specifically judging them off what comes out of the bottle.
Right, just
And so-
whatever the bottle is.
For that reason, for me, it's an 11.
Now, I think, based on what I think this is, one of the categories is going to be really bad. Like, it's going to be
Oh,
low. So one of the
maybe we
the
think it's
next
a different one then.
two
I thought we were
categories.
tracking, but I don't know
Yeah.
if we do. I don't know if we are now. I think it's Stag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Stag Junior
Or
or
yeah,
the new
yeah.
Stag.
I'm not smart enough to specify, but
Yeah.
it's 9.
Wrong.
Really?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
That would have been
definitely-
embarrassing.
That would have been so bad. Definitely Stag. So
yeah.
what is availability going to be
Yeah,
bad now?
I think
Yeah.
availability. Yeah, granted, I'm able to get this more and easier than Weller Antique 107, but still, it's got 2 batches a year. So
Yeah.
yeah, Weller I put at a 12 for availability.
What did I put Weller at?
And I am able to find this more often and at MSRP more often than
And
Weller.
MSRP is 45,
Yeah, I think it's 50.
50.
So, going based off of MSRP, $50 for cask strength.
I'm not complaining
Single
about
barrel.
that for $50.
Is it a single barrel? I don't know if it is now. I think it is.
I think so.
No, because they're
can't see.
batches.
Oh.
Yeah. So it can't be a single
Yeah.
barrel because it's a batch.
This guy.
Yeah, just barrel proof, unfiltered.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they do 2 batches a year, but even at that, I can find this easier than I can find H. Taylor small batch, any of the Wellers.
Yeah.
No, Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, and Blanton's are way too available. Like, they should or are pretty much sitting on shelves around here.
Really?
Yeah. But the Stag isn't sitting on shelves, and it's more of a... I can find it throughout the year, but I can't say exactly when or how many times. But
You'll
it's
just
typically...
come across it randomly at
Right,
some
it's
point.
typically between 2 and 4 times a year I'll come across it at MSRP.
That is so dark.
Yes.
That's
It
crazy.
is beautiful.
Yeah. So what are you putting on availability?
For availability, I'm going to give it a... I think I'm going to give it a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is fairly available. Like, it's not sitting on shelves, but I am finding it quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then for cost, if we're going off of MSRP that I do see 4 times a year, then I'm going to give it an 18.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to beat a cast strength product
For $50.
for $50.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if we're going secondary, that's $250,
That's a zero.
and
That's a
I wouldn't pay that. So
that's
yeah,
almost
I could
breaking into
do-
the negatives.
I could do a 1 or a 0 on
Yeah.
that. But yeah, MSRP, it's gonna get an 18.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm saying 11 for availability, and I'm saying 10 for price, because I wouldn't pay $50 for a whiskey I'm not crazy about right out of the barrel. So
Right out of the
or
bottle.
right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
So
Now, see, I like playing with the whiskeys, so
yeah.
the opportunity for me to take this, 750 milliliter bottle and turn it into double that because I'm adding water and playing with it. Or if I want a mixed drink that doesn't hide the bourbon, it's amazing because you still get Stag Junior in your mixed drink, and you're not like, oh yeah, I have a flavored drink that's got alcohol in it. So
I will say I really like using high proof stuff for hot toddies specifically. So I would definitely put this in a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Because that same reason, you definitely get more of the flavors if you use high proof, especially if you're heating it up a lot. I feel like you need something higher proof to kind of withstand the heat.
Up. Yeah.
So that's a good point. But I'm sticking at 10.
Yep. It is what it is.
Because we're going with what comes out of the bottle.
As it is out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Not a mixed drink, not anything else.
Which I think is definitely my lowest score yet.
Which is my tied for third. Oh no, it's actually tied for fourth.
Is this Stag or is this Stag Junior?
So that is
it's the same thing,
Stag.
Okay.
So Stag Junior is batch 18 and below, and everything above that is Stag. Which I think
it really matters.
I think they skipped like 19 and 20, or they skipped one of those, or both of those. I think it went straight to batch 21 and 22 and 23. If you have a batch listed as 20 or 19 to 21, let me know, because I've seen for sure 22 and 23, but I'm not sure I've ever seen one listed, printed on the label at 19, 20. Might have seen 21. But there is one, the first labeled as Stag didn't have a batch number on it. It was the second batch that came out from the new label that they added a batch number.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just trying to be confusing.
Yeah, definitely is. All right, so with all that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Merry Christmas.